Well, we got him out. Lord Vader is now in the game, Galaxy of Heroes. And oh boy, he's got an interesting kit, that's for sure. So, and he dropped today, September 8th. So, yeah, let's get into his kit real quick. And a lot of this is readable, so I'm just going to highlight some stuff that I do like. He does damage multiple times, and then when he has his ultimate out, when he has Ashes of the Republic, which is through his ultimate right here, he gives units is immune to ability block, healing immunity, and shock, and can't gain ultimate charge. Good. You don't want to ultimate charge into ultimate charge. You'll become unlimited power, eh? But then you got let's see. Got healing buffs, or buff and healing immunity he inflicts. He's a pretty insane character, that's for sure. Looking at his stats online, well, at least Relic 7. Base stats at Relic 7 is protection. Just because he's probably more attainable at Relic 7 than Relic 8 for some people, after they've gone through and Relic 8'd other characters. 94,000 health, 107,000 protection. But there's a reason for that. It's 390 speed, 69% potency, 74% tenacity, 40% health steal, 8,084.65 physical damage. That's low for you Galactic Legend. Wow. Are they going to nerf other Galactic Legends to not have that much broken power? Let's see. Relic 8. 9,080. Okay. Anyways, he has 80% crit chance, 487 armor penetration. Physical accuracy is 18%. 49 armor, 2 dodge chance. So he has a decent setup. He has 25% resistance, so special damage will do a lot of damage to him. So, yeah, he's not bad for stats. Not bad for stats at all. So, let's see. Unshackled Emotions. This is where he does his AoE damage over time effects. He also dazes, which is nice. The damage over time can't be resisted. For each stack of Underestimated, this ability deals 2.5% more damage, and Darkside allies gain 1% stacking, so that's always good. If he has Ashes of the Republic, he inflicts ability block, and then increases the target's cooldowns by 2, which is definitely new, unless you actually had like Traya, and you'd have to have something like Nihilus. Well, in the Sith Triumvirate, you can do that. Traya can increase the cooldown of a target, and then right after, Nihilus can do an AoE, cool everyone down, but then the one target that Traya targeted with Isolate would get another cooldown. That's the only other way to do it, unless you run Jedi Revan with General Skywalker. General Skywalker does a lot of that. Gee, I wonder where he got that idea. New Empire. This is the big one. So, 20 speed, mastery, and 15 max health. All that's doubled for Empire, Darkside, Unaligned Force users. Let's start a battle. Other these lose all protection, gain that much health, max health. He's just like Darth Nihilus, which I wish they took some of this idea and actually applied it to Darth Nihilus' leadership. Not like the full kit, not the full part of it. But, let's see. What is it? It's down here more. Oh my goodness. So, Sith allies would say, for example, are at certain thresholds, while above enemies attack, they are immune to max health reduction. So Nihilus' lead actually makes sense. That is based on max health. Because everything's converted into, there's, protection that's not there anymore. They're immune to damage over time and thermal detonator effects. That would be kind of nice. And then while 80 can't be critically hit, below 80% health, they can't be critically hit. Like, maybe this part right here, if they can add that to Darth Nihilus lead, oh, yeah, Darth Nihilus lead would be so much better. So much better. let's say 35 crit chance, crit damage, targeting Galactic Republics. See, there's a lot, but that's just one of the biggest thing I'd highlight from this. And I can definitely say a lot of tanks that have a lot of health and protection definitely you would love throwing under this leadership. Twisted Prophecy, he also does this to himself, though. Let's see, where is it? At the start of battle, he loses all protection, gains that much health. And since he's already a Galactic Legend, he still gets the can't be damaged by health-based damage effects, so Malak can't just drop him. That's like every Galactic Legend. You can't drop him like with Malak, because that would just be too easy. Too easy. So he's immune to turn meter manipulation, and his attacks can't be evaded, so he can't be evaded, period. So he has that in his unique. So there's a lot more with his kit. And, you know, a lot of people that would actually watch this probably would have already watched Untitled T and stuff like that. So covering, you know, what his kit kind of does now. So I'm going to talk about other possible characters that work with him, aside from Maul. Maul makes sense because of his, I forgot to say, his charge. I guess I could have just gone next. Requires at least 65% ultimate charge, not 50 like Kenobi. When uses dark side and when debuffed dark side allies receive damage, he gains 2% ultimate charge and increases 3% if the ally was an unaligned force user. That's the only reason why they, you know, are trying to pair Maul with him. And Maul actually has Frenzy, Retribution, and then no, it's the Anguish. It's the Anguish. Anguish damages him. Let's see, where is the Anguish little? Is there an Anguish little text on Mandalore? Anguish takes damage at the start of their turn equal to 2% of their max health for each stack of Anguish, and gains that much offense. So, I mean, they can't be defeated, so it's kind of like damage. In some ways, it's damage over time, but not as effective as 2% versus, I don't know where you can read damage over time right away. But, yeah, this is really, really interesting. But, yeah, Maul has that where he can just go to town with his Seething Rage, can keep attacking, as long as he has Anguish on him. So that's always good. So here's some, you know, this is the previewed team that you see a lot of clips that in CG's interview with, oh man, what do they call that? I don't pay attention to that channel. Operation Metaverse. And so, you know, they have Vader. You know, Vader adds more damage over time, which is nice. Then you got Admiral Piet. He inflicts inevitable failures, so he targets someone that's a forced mark on an ally. So you throw it on a tank or something like, or even a lot of the times, a lot of people have been throwing them on Lord Vader. So, you know, you're getting your stacks going to get to your ultimate charge. So it's always nice. Royal Guard, his new rework, which is phenomenal. Again, just like the Royal Guard kit reveal that I talk about, he's an 8 out of 10 of rework. He would be a 10 out of 10 if he had some Emperor Palpatine synergies. The Guard unique to Emperor Palpatine, yeah. And even assisting Emperor Palpatine, yeah, would be kind of nice. But I'm going to talk about some other characters that may work with him. Shore Trooper. One of the things is all that protection and health. I keep doing that. Sorry, I'm failing on clicking. The leader. No, that's not the leader. The leader. Come on. Let's see. Nothing to do with healing can't be prevented. So I think I didn't see Arnold T use this. I don't know why, but if you have Shore Trooper, say you have 166 health, you know, you take 24% of that. So 10% of 160,000 is about 16,000. 16 plus 16, that's 32. Just say 35,000, for example. You're healing the team for 35,000 health. That's a huge chunk of health, if I'm doing my math right. And Shore Trooper can actually be very useful in that. Plus, he also recovers health on himself. He gains turn meter whenever an allied empire uses a special ability. So, as long as you're not facing, Kenobi, if you're not facing Galactic Legend Kenobi, you definitely are going to gain turn meter, which is definitely nice. Then you got like I said, you got Royal Guard, no biggie. Moff Gideon. Arnold T didn't have any successful testing with Moff Gideon, but he still has the turn meter manipulation. Lord Vader and Darth Vader don't lose turn meter, so if you get him out pretty quickly, he's Empire. So going back to Lord Vader's leadership, 20 speed, that's 40 speed. So let's go back to Moff Gideon. My Moff Gideon is 366, so he'd be 406 speed. He will outrun a lot of stuff. That is huge. He's getting closer to Galactic Legend. Like, he's faster than a base. No speeds on no modded Galactic Legend. Like, Lord Vader's 390, so he's beating through, an unmodded, or at least a Galactic Legend that has no speed on their mods. You could do it that way too. He's beating those Galactic Legends easily. That's huge. So, and then Kylo Ren is interesting because he throws damage over time. He'll still take damage. I think that health-based damage effects is reduced to, 1 or something. But he takes damage, he's gonna trigger, as long as you have the unique. So he inflicts damage over time on himself. And then you got, Emperor Palpatine's another team. These are some teams I threw together just for the fun of it. But Emperor Palpatine has potential, like any Jedi you're facing. Like, you go against the Jedi Master Luke team, Crackling Doom is still going to be effective. You got Let the Hate Flow, which is going to damage allies. So, yeah. All other units lose 5% health. So he's going to recover a bunch of health, and he's going to grant health still up, which is nice. But he's going to trigger that damage, so it's going to help Lord Vader's ultimate charge. Granted, Arnold T didn't have the ultimates ready. He didn't have enough energy or something like that, so you'll have to wait a couple of weeks to see how he actually does. Emperor Palpatine might be a viable option, especially if you have Vader somewhere else. Admiral Piet is probably the best option with Lord Vader, just because of targeting someone with a debuff. So you're forcing some mark on someone, which is a debuff to an ally. So he's really handy. But of course, Emperor Palpatine, you also again have to make sure they're damaged, or they have debuffs just to charge the ultimate. But I think Maul is the best of the best with Lord Vader. And then you got, characters like Emperor Palpatine, that's an extra option. Piet, it's hard to pull Piet and Moff Gideon from Imperial Troopers, because, Imperial Troopers can be so good to beat various teams. Because Piet is the engine that makes that team work with the turn meter. Moff Gideon's there just to help outrun the teams. So, yeah, it just depends on how how players play the teams with Lord Vader. So, but yes, for the most part, I like Lord Vader's kit. I'm debating on if I just, after I get the Executor, I just go straight for him, because it would give me the Bad Batch. It would give me a Tusken. I don't know what I would do with a Tusken Raider. I really don't. I don't know what I'd do with them. Anyone that has gotten Lord Vader, let me know in the comments below what you plan on doing with your Tusken. Just randomly throw them in a random relic team just to throw them somewhere? I don't know. It's what the heck do you do with Tusken Raider? But aside from that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about Lord Vader. I I will admit, like, this is one character I can't wait to actually get myself, because it gives off the Darth Nihilus lead feel vibes, even though I still wish the Darth Nihilus lead was better, just slightly. So, but thanks for watching. I really appreciate all those who watch the videos I make, and you guys have a phenomenal day.